Hi guys, it is Oma, and today we are going to be making some homemade bread. And the recipe we are going to be using is from this Better Homes and Garden new cookbook. It is let me check. Whoops, I ripped it. Oh well. It is the 1996 copyrighted edition. And little known fact, if you guys didn't know this, because I sure as hell didn't, is that is that Better Homes and Garden is copyrighted by the Meredith Corporation in Des Moines, Iowa. I did not know that. Huh, my sister in state. So anyway, we're going to be making white bread. And what you're going to need is your mixing bowl. And we're going to need about 5 to 6 cups of flour. And what you're going to do at first is take 1 cup. You're going to take 2.5 cups of flour and a yeast packet. Now, if you're like me and buy your yeast in a jar, that's fine. You don't have to buy it in a packet. You can buy it in a jar, and it is about 3/4 to 1 tablespoon. Okay, 3/4 tablespoon to 1 tablespoon. So we're going to go 1, 2. Then I have a half measuring cup here that I always keep in the flour. Don't know why. You know, we all have something that we keep in our flour. For some people, it's a measuring spoon. For some people, it's, measuring cup. I keep a half a cup in here. Do not know why. So there's 2.5. All right. So we're going to keep that aside because we're going to be needing more of it. And then we're going to take about a tablespoon. Take about a tablespoon of the yeast. And I can't put it in there, so I'm just going to have to. I'd say like a scant tablespoon. A scant means, not about. It means about a tablespoon. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because nothing is perfect in this world, and I'm going to have to go get more when we go to the store on Sunday. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have a certain day of the week where you do your shopping? For my family, it's Sundays. Normally, sometimes we go out to eat, then we do our shopping and just take our time. It's just a great way for us to spend time together. Especially seeing as I'm a stay-at-home mom and my son and my husband are both working and I have one daughter still left at school. I mean, I'm almost an empty nester. I got one daughter out of the house, a son that just graduated this year, and my youngest is a junior this year. I mean, I'm almost an empty nester. Okay. So, and then after that, you just set it aside. Okay? We're just going to be setting this aside. Forget about it for a minute. Then in a medium saucepan, stir milk, sugar, butter, and salt just till warm. Okay? I got that right. Something on my tongue. Okay, so take a saucepan. Any old saucepan will do. I like the bigger ones. Okay? And we're going to take 2 1/4 cup of milk, or you can also use buttermilk. But we use milk, and in this house we use whole milk. Everything is whole milk. And honey, you can use whole milk in just about everything. Even if it says use skim or 1% or 2%, honey, you can always use whole milk. Okay. So I'll take my little measuring cup here. I found this at Goodwill. And yeah, I like it. It's silicone. You can use it for dry. You can obviously use it. It's supposed to be used for wet, but you can also use it for dry. So yeah, I like it. So we got 2 1/4, which is not much. Get up there. Okay, so we got about 2 1/4 cups here. It's almost about 2 1/2, but like I said, I do everything with scant leveling. I follow the recipe, but I may not measure perfectly. All right, so there's 2 1/4 cup, and it goes straight into the wash. Milk goes back in the refrigerator. And then we need 2 tablespoons sugar. That's why I kept out my tablespoon. Okay, so 2 tablespoons sugar. Okay. And 1 tablespoon of butter. You can, now it says you can use butter, margarine, or shortening. I like to use butter. My husband may not like it, but I think gives the bread a better taste. Right? Okay. So just put that right in there. Okay. Butter. And then we're going to have where is it? Right here. We're going to have 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt into that milk mixture too. Okay. Right into the wash it goes. Put that one in there. Yes. We got a mess right here. We haven't already making messes. Megan, always making messes. Okay. So, and then until the butter almost melts, well, we're there. Okay, so we'll just turn that off. I'm going to bring move it. Then I'm going to mix it up a little. Okay. So after we get that all nice and whisked together, or stirred, whatever you want to use, I'm using rubber spatula. And I'm sorry for the lighting, people. Seriously, I am. No, I don't have the best of anything, so you guys are just going to have to suffer. Okay. Now it says it's supposed to be about 120 to 130, so we'll get out our handy dandy candy thermometer. Ooh, that is a little bit too warm. It's going to kill our yeast. So we'll just let it cool down for a few more minutes, then we'll try it again. Okay. Then it says add milk mixture to dry mixture. Beat with an electric mixer. I cannot speak. for 30 seconds on low speed. Meh. That's only if you're using a handheld, I think. Because most people, guess most people back in the 90s didn't have KitchenAid, or I don't know. Maybe KitchenAid only made the handhelds at that time. I do not know. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, guess we gotta cool it down. Yep, cool down thermometer fast by running it under water. Now I'm going to put it back in. And it's just about right. Put it away. Now, okay, I'm putting my mixer back on my KitchenAid, and I'm taking the milk mixture and I'm just pouring it in there all at once. Okay. Now, all right. Set that aside here so I can wash it later. Spatula, put right in the water. Okay. I'm going to put on the dough hook. So you guys can see. Okay, putting on the dough hook. Mix it. Now it says at this time that I need to be adding more flour. So the rest of the flour you need to be adding at this time while it's mixing. So we already did 2.5. So I'm gonna go another half of a cup. I'm going to turn it up. And this is just to lock the head. Right here. This one locks the head. Okay. So 2.5 plus another half makes 3. Then what I want to do is put my half cup aside. Grab out another half a cup. Or sorry, another 1 cup. Or I grab another half cup. Another 1 cup measure. Was thinking put that one in the water. So that's 3. This would make 4. Five. Now we're at the 5 cup mark. Okay. It says that, yeah, this will happen. Turn dough on a lightly floured surface. Knead in enough remaining dough to make it moderately stiff so that the dough is smooth and elastic. Okay? So, I made my own, make my own syrup too. I'll give you guys that recipe one day. I'm going to see if I can add 6 cups here. I'm going to have to refill my flour. There's 6. And it says 6 and 5 3/4 to 6 1/4 cups. So every time you make this, you're gonna probably use a different amount of flour. It doesn't matter. Nothing's perfect, right, people? Okay, so I'm just gonna lightly flour this. Put this over here so I know to refill it. See, there's nothing really to this, people. It's not that hard. Oops, sorry. Sometimes you have to push down on the mixer so that, you know, keep on around like a bucking bronco. Like a bucking bronco. Alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it might either be sticking to the bowl or sticking to the dough hook. Just take it off. Come on, dough hook. Here you go. Sometimes it needs a little coaxing. You just have to, tell it it's okay. Come out. And since I have to refill my flour, I'm going to wash my measuring cup that was in there. Okay, so. Okay. Put a little bit of soap in that bowl so it's easier to wash. And y'all, I'm all about simplicity here. Keep it easy. That should be good, right? The rest is just dusting the flour. Okay. Now we need to knead this a little bit. Not by much, just a little bit. And how you knead. Oh my god. I'm not to invest in an actual camera here. You just fold it over a couple of times. And that's all there is to it to knead. Okay? This is the fun part I like. I like kneading dough. I remember when I was growing up, my grandma would let me knead her dough. She used to make homemade egg noodles. Oh my god, those were the best. My grandma's homemade egg noodles. Oh, I love them. Sadly, I didn't get the recipe for it ever because now she's going a little bit senile. I don't know if she has it wrote down anywhere. Ask your grandparents for their recipes, kids, while you can. Keep them in a little recipe box. This is what I'm doing. I got this from Amazon. It's cute. Comes with little sleeve protectors, a few recipe cards. It's lovely. Okay. After you get done kneading it and it's soft and elasticy, you're gonna want to you want to shape it into a ball, somewhat of a ball. It doesn't have to be a perfect ball, just shape it into a ball. Okay, set it down. Go get a bowl. Get up. I hope I'm not the only one that has to talk to things. Get up in there, stay in there. Okay. What you want to do is take a little bit of oil, not much, mind you, just a little bit, onto a paper towel. Then you're going to want to grease that bowl up. Doesn't take much. Just grease up that bowl. You want it to be a pretty decent sized bowl because now we're going to let it rise. Okay. Okay, and you're just going to turn it a few times. You want the grease to coat the ball of dough a little bit. Okay. Okay. This is to prevent it from sticking. Okay. Cover and let rise in a warm place till double in size, 45 to 60 minutes. Okay, so I have to grab something here. Hold on. Okay, grab a towel, any type of towel. Okay, and just cover it and let it rise. 45 to 60 minutes. I will bring you back when it is time. Okay, my peeps, it has been about 45 minutes, so let's check out our dough here. And as we can tell, look at that, it has doubled really good in size. Everything. Now here comes everyone's favorite part. Okay, ready? Gonna watch me do this. Okay, bring it down so you can see it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Poof! Oh yeah. Oh, that just feels so good. It's like so satisfying. One of those oddly satisfying things. Just get a punch down the dough, get all the air out. Oh, why is that so wonderful? Okay, so now we take the dough out. Put the bowl aside. Okay. Now we gotta divide the dough in half. I'm gonna just pat it out a little here. So I can see how much I'm working with. Now my son, got some flour on this, was nice enough to buy me a little cutter for my dough. Okay, cut it in half about. Okay. You just set that aside. And then we gotta let it rest for 10 minutes. So cover and let it rest for 10 minutes. I don't know why the dough has to rest. I mean, it just got done resting for 45. I mean, lazy dough. Okay, so while it's doing that, we're going to set a timer because I am bad at keeping track of time. So get my phone. Timer 10 minutes. Setting 10. And we're going to grab our bread pans. And then because it takes my oven so heckin' long to get up to temperature, we're going to bake in a 375-degree oven. Okay. So if your oven takes a long time, right now, preheat it because this part is going to go fast. All right, now I've got to get out the oil again. I can't ever find a good place for anything in my house. Everything's always in my way. Okay. So we grab the oil, and we're going to lube up, oil our bread loaf pans here. Okay. Make sure that they're really nice and greased. Okay. There's one. There's two. Like I said, this recipe makes 2 loaves. This loaf pan has been in my family for a while. It's like one of the first ones we got. Okay. Okay. Now, oh, we have about 7 minutes left, 7.5 minutes left, so I'll bring you guys back when it is time. Okay, the rest period is done. Here is what the dough looks like. Okay, so after that, we are going to shape it into a loaf. If you hear anything, that's my daughter. She's feeding the cats. So, shape it into a loaf. Put the edges underneath. And you put it in the loaf pan. It means, I just do it to what I think it looks right for me. All bread loaves are different. That looks pretty good, don't you think? Okay, we'll put it in one of our pans here. And then same thing goes for the other one. Try to make a good loaf as good as you can. I mean, we're not looking for perfectionism here. I mean, if your family's anything like mine, they will eat no matter what the bread looks like. And I use this bread for everything. I mean, I made French toast with my last loaf. We are always having toast and eggs and bacon. So yes, you can use this for anything. You can make sandwiches out of it. Don't matter. Try to do something here with this one because it's not really listening to me. It's the rebellious one of the group. Right. So put it in that. My oven's almost up to temp, which is good. Then we're going to let this cover it for another 30 minutes. May not take that long. May not take a total, the full 30. Um, but it says cover and let rise until double in size, 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes it doesn't take that long for me, so I'll bring you back once my bread is ready to pop in the oven. Okay, guys, it has been about 15 minutes, and my bread, my dough, looks really good. So I'm going to say that's good enough. Because normally when I let it go for the full 30 minutes, I know English, I'm American, it doesn't really fit in my oven. So, okay, once it's done, once it's been rising, you're going to take the cloth off, and then you're going to bake in a 375-degree oven for about 40 minutes, or until the bread sounds hollow when you tap on it. So, okay, so I'm going to put this in my oven. It's at the desired temperature, and I will bring you guys back when it is done. Okay? Okay, peeps, it's been around 30 minutes, and I am going to go get the bread out of the oven. Now look at that. God, it smells wonderful. Oh, I wish there was such thing as smell-o-vision. Oh my God. Guys. And here's the second one. Oh. Oh my God, that is like so good. Okay, now that I've showed you how to do it, you guys can do it too. It is not that simple. Yes, it would take a good afternoon or a good morning to do it, but I'm telling you guys, once you make your own bread, you're not gonna go back to buying store. I tell you that much. Store-bought bread will be a thing of the distant past. Your own bread, I mean, the ingredients are easy. All we used was flour, yeast, milk, sugar, butter, and salt. That is all it took. I'm telling you guys, this will be a game changer for you. If you make this recipe, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Thanks. Bye.